It is the most interactive professional wrestling discussion show on the internet. WWE, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling. This is In the Hot Seat with your host, Fort Minners Project.
Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome to this week's episode for In the Hot Seat. Of course, as always, I got a great show lined up for you guys, and as well, I got a returning guest joining me at this time. And would you like to introduce yourself? Alright, it's a pleasure to have you here back in the show, and basically what we're going to be talking about, going into the Best of Survivor Series, talking about that, and as well talking about this guy right here, and that is Eddie Guerrero. And with that being said, I am going to kick things off here talking about Eddie Guerrero, and what are your favorite memories of Eddie Guerrero?
Well, the first thing I want to discuss is about Eddie. My mom, myself, was at Madison Square Garden University in 2023, Guerrero and Eddie Guerrero for the 30 chapter. That was a great match. Unbelievable match.
Yeah. Is there any other favorite memories or matches even, for that matter?
Well, him and his cousin, several, they had a great promos, great catchy blunders.
Yeah.
I didn't like when they broke up with the other dude. I didn't like that at all, you know?
Yeah.
And what else? I like when he became the Undisputed or WWE champion when he beat Brock Lesnar and No Way Out. That was a great moment also.
Yeah. Yeah, with me there are a lot of great moments from Eddie Guerrero, and basically just about every moment is my favorite moment, and there isn't really a bad moment. With that being said, and basically heel or face, he can make you hate him, or he can make you love him, and basically I enjoyed how he was able to work with everybody and make him look good as well. So we really had some good matches and good moments as well, and I really liked what he did. The tag team with him and Chavo Guerrero with Los Guerreros, definitely a good tag team, and even going into the rivalry was good too in itself. And with that being said, is there any other favorite matches that you have with Eddie Guerrero before I give my favorite matches? Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, with that being said, it was good that he was able to get a spot into the Hall of Fame. I know he's supposed to be in the next WWE 12 game, which is really cool to be playing. Yeah, he's supposed to be in there, so that was really cool to have him be a part of the game as a playable character, so that's really cool. Getting into my favorite matches that I have listed right here, of course, going back to Eddie Guerrero against Brock Lesnar, No Way Out 2004 when he won the WWE Championship. Of course, definitely one of my favorite moments of Eddie Guerrero there, winning the championship for the first and only time there. Him and RVD, of course, another good match. I believe they had a match at SummerSlam 2002, if I'm not mistaken, so that's on there as well. Also, any of the Eddie and Edge matches going into as well with SmackDown, Unforgiven, and just the whole rivalry was good too, and put on some good matches. And basically, one of my favorite matches out of the rivalry was the one from SmackDown, so I did actually rewatch that from the DVD, so that was really cool to rewatch that. And also with him and against The Rock, and just to name a few right now, there are tons of other Eddie Guerrero matches, but those are just some of the few that I have right now on my list. So that's basically it. Remembering a little bit about Eddie Guerrero. You guys can definitely leave your input once you guys watch this video, and let me know what you guys thoughts on that. And as we move on to the next thing here about Survivor Series, and with that being said, what is your favorite Survivor Series match and favorite Survivor Series tag team? But you can go like your top 5, you don't have to go through everyone. Yeah. Mhm.
Survivor Series supposed to be tradition 5 out of 5. I talked about that in my earlier videos. It's very hard to argue those, but everyone didn't like the 5 out of 5. People prefer the 101 reaction songs. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a 5. I mean, I don't have a good one, but Survivor, I like them all. I'm not really that picky.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I like them all.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. You know, of course, definitely Survivor Series is one of my favorite pay-per-views, so I'm looking forward for this up-and-coming Survivor Series, which should be definitely tremendous with that being said. And getting into my favorite Survivor Series, have to go either from basically 2003 onward to 2005. Definitely probably would have to be one of my favorite Survivor Series. Favorite Survivor Series tag team matches, basically include Team SmackDown 2005, and that's where The Undertaker basically came back, and where Team Orton won that one, so that was actually a pretty cool moment in itself. Definitely going back to Eddie Guerrero, Team Eddie Guerrero, Survivor Series 2004, definitely one of my favorite Survivor Series as well. And as well, Survivor Series 2003, where we had Team Bischoff against Team Stone Cold, and that whole altercation trying to bring, I believe, Stone Cold back and to be the permanent general manager, so that was really cool in itself there. So there are, yes, like you mentioned, a lot of favorite Survivor Series traditional tag team matches, and basically matches in itself, so can't really go wrong with that. So that is just a few, and basically getting into, well, the final thing that I have here, and The Rock and John Cena, and what are your thoughts going into this tag team match going into the upcoming Survivor Series?
Well, I think it's a great match. Now, my gut feeling, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate on this in the comments, but I really think that John Cena's going to turn heel.
Oh, really?
And because I know he was going to shirt, I know he's going to but it's the first time that John Cena's taken a Survivor shirt.
Yeah.
You can't two faces go at WrestleMania every constant. I know they did it back in the day when they had WrestleMania 6, Hogan and Warrior, and they both faces.
Right.
So, I know different times, and John Cena's way overdue for the deal, but I don't think WWE wants to go in that direction. Hopefully WWE will, but there was so much money on pushing it big time.
Yeah.
That's no.
Yeah. And with that being said, do you think, is there anything else that you want to add to that, basically?
Well, about the match?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to on each card, but the match I'm really looking forward to is John Cena and The Rock team up
Okay.
versus the R-Truth. This will be a great match, in my opinion.
Yeah. And to me, I don't really think actually John Cena is going to turn heel. If anything, he'll be more serious, and if he does turn heel, that would be definitely pretty surprising. So I'll be looking out for that definitely to see what that's going to, and how that's going to play out. But I think he's just going to be more serious, and then The Rock's basically going to get into his head, and he's going to want to take out The Rock and basically go back and forth between the two, and really have a kickoff to this feud going into WrestleMania. So the match in itself, it should be a good match, and I don't think really The Rock has lost a step. And since he basically talked about it in the recent magazine, basically having a training session when he was doing his movies and stuff like that, and being prepared for the Survivor Series tag team match, and also as well for WrestleMania. So definitely gonna look forward for it, and it's gonna be really cool to see The Rock come back, and hopefully, I'm pretty sure it will be a good match, so I am looking forward for it nonetheless, and I'm sure most likely John Cena and The Rock will be able to somewhat coexist in a way, so it's definitely going to be really interesting what's going to happen. So basically, shit's going to go down basically once it comes to that tag team match. But anyway, that's basically it, what I have planned for this show with the best of Eddie Guerrero and as well as Survivor Series. Is there anything else you want to get your final thoughts on, or any shout outs before we end the show?
Okay, well, I want to say a show.
Alright.
Whenever you get a chance, I'll have a new episode on my show.
Okay.
If I write, you're going to promote the episode 5, hopefully it'll be up
Tremendous.
that day.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's good that everyone, it's been a while since we've done this, so hopefully everyone checks it out. Everyone, it's going to be a good episode.
Alright, so I'll be sure to leave a link to that episode, and as well as always leave a link to your channel, and it's been a pleasure to have you here back in the show, and I thank you for coming back. And guys, oh, no problem, and guys, definitely comment on what we talked about. What are your favorite Eddie Guerrero moments, as well matches, as well for the Survivor Series, and your thoughts on The Rock and John Cena and what's going to happen next. And that about does it for this week's episode for In the Hot Seat. And of course, as always, I will talk to you guys later on. Peace.